Hi, my name is Raven Fox, and I am currently enrolled as a student in English 1302 at Galveston College. And this is my analysis over the book by Charlie Jan Anders titled All the Birds in Our Sky. The reason I chose the topic is because there are many conflicts and mutual loves throughout the book between Lawrence and Patricia that weren't discussed thoroughly that I felt that I could do myself. My essay is titled Love Between Different Worlds. If one is to put the past aside and come together, the possibilities are endless. This could even mean in some circumstances that one another could save the world. This is the case in Charlie Jan Anders' novel titled All the Birds in Our Sky. The book not only incorporates the world of magic and technology, but it shows that how even in the hardest times, two people can put aside their differences and work together. The two main characters, Lawrence, who is a highly skilled engineer working with a group of engineers to save the world from a catastrophic event, and Patricia, a magically gifted child who graduated from LT Mays, both come together and prevent the end of the world. The novel All the Birds in Our Sky is an example of how two worlds can collide to save one another, while involving many conflicts, mutual love, and the worlds of magic and technology. The underlying mutual love between Patricia and Lawrence was practically inevitable and was seen coming since the get-go. The novel states, Lawrence's parents decided Patricia was his girlfriend and they wouldn't hear reason. The underlying mutual love between Patricia and Lawrence was practically inevitable and was seen coming since the get-go. The novel states Lawrence's parents decided Patricia was his girlfriend and they wouldn't hear reason. Anders 42. This was all the way back when Patricia and Lawrence were in the middle of school and they were only at adolescent age. Their love ended up growing to one that would leave them both blissfully happy together through many struggles and hardships. Later in the book, there's also an instance where Lawrence is given a ring by his grandmother. She said, "Give this to whoever you end up marrying, okay?" Anders 175. This ring was given to Patricia. However, she ends up saying she gives it back to him because of the fighting that occurred. In the end, however, they both end up finally getting together, even though they both hated each other for the longest time. However, their mutual love for one another could no longer be subsided, for the fate took its way. There were also many conflicts in the book, like when birds asked Patricia the question that she could never answer to begin with. Is a tree red? Anders 19. Patricia was boggled with this question for the main reason that it was one she could only be answered with her own interpretation. She even thought there was a possibility of being the fact that the birds were seeing a tree in a red tint because she did not have human-like eyes. Obviously, this was not the answer, but the question seemed impossible for her to answer. That was the best she could come up with at the time. However, the novel ended up stating, "What are you?" Patricia asked the tree. "Are you the source of magic?" Anders 310. The tree responded with, "Magic is a human idea." Anders 310. This resonated with her overall and meant that magic was an essence that only humans brought, just like the technology and how the scientists created it. The fact that there are many disputes against both the groups of magic and technology is wrong because in the end, they worked so well together. The novel states, "I tried everything and I knew to turn it against you. You know, I used my gill." Anders 258. If only two were not turned together, this could have been even brought together the groups faster and prevented the catastrophic events that occurred. For instance, the unraveling was not a necessary point in the story since it was just another waste of time. The deeper meaning to this is that no matter how many differences two groups can have, people need to realize that peace and harmony is the answer. Because regardless of all the fights and hatred that went through, the end result would be the same, and their fighting shouldn't have began from the beginning. In the end, the tree stated, "You are like me," Anders 311. This should have been the motive since the beginning of the book, since many people have turned against each other, including Lawrence and Patricia. Since the hard truth is that everyone is alike, there is no reason for little in-between issues. This novel, All the Birds in Our Sky, gave true meaning to love and hatred and what they mean when opposing to another. Hatred can last for as long as a lifetime and even longer, but until love shows through, there is no point in wasting time. Even though a lot of time was lost and wasted, both Patricia and Lawrence ended up going through their own battles and ended up helping them grow individually, so they can come together and grow even more. The lasting mutual love between Lawrence and Patricia coming together with them was going into the woods in the brand new city. The brand new city is the definition of how true love not only exists, but prospers. The worlds of magic and technology are also more similar than they think. They might have their own differences, but they both want the same end result. Like stated before, if something is meant to be, it will be. It just might take more time than expected. If one is to gain anything from this, it'd be to learn how to love before you go to hate. This can easily make or break you. It all depends on how you choose to use that time that you were provided. Thank you for watching.